have a certain amount of tenacity to get to where
and insanity at the same time, right?
A huge percentage of startups fall apart within
What do
the
you think
first
that
2
is?
years. Well, there's a lot of reasons, and some of it you can't control. But I think if you really believe in what you're doing, you'll find ways to keep things going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think passion being the main thing?
Oh, definitely. You got to be very passionate about what you're doing and believe in what you're doing. And look, I know people that are starting business. The old rule was, you should be 5 years. If you're starting a business, you should be profitable.
Okay.
And in a lot of cases it is. But when you're starting something from scratch that's never been done before, we were the only ones in America that done this at the beginning.
In America or the world?
Well, in the world, on the level that we are, there was a small company there's a company in the UK. It's called Diggerland, and they have an awesome program, but it's for small kids' rides.
Oh, okay. So it's not adults. Okay.
It's not adults. They're getting into that now, by the look of it.
So you never had a blueprint to copy?
Never had a blueprint.
It wasn't doing it in and out next door at McDonald's.
Yeah.
You're like figuring everything out yourself.
Well, mate, I was shooting from the hip all the way for about 4 or 5 years.
I think that's one of the things I really respect the most about what you've done is no one else is doing it. No one else has done it.
Yeah.
That's got to be an amazing feeling.
Yeah, and there's some others getting into it now, but it's when you're starting from scratch like that, it's super scary, but it's super exciting as well. And the big thing I learned from this, from the startup, which was, we've been at it over 15 years now.
Oh, really? Okay.
But was to learn not to panic, because when the chips are down, when you panic, you make bad decisions.
Okay.
And we sure as hell did that for the first 5 years. And, when you're running out of money, it's getting desperate. You got to fundraise again, and it's quite scary. But
how do you address that now? Like you say, don't panic. What is your approach
just take
now?
a breath, and because the next day is a new day.
Okay.
And it's amazing what comes around the corner.
So you'll decompress, take a couple of days if you need to.
Exactly.
And then reevaluate.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned in this business.
That's not easy to do though, is it?
No,
that only comes through failing and stress.
Yes.
The ability to do that.
No, it does. And
you can't train yourself to do that.
No, you can't.
You're forced to adapt, or you're forced to stop.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So my golden rule is, like, if it looks like things are going south, just don't react straight away. You just absorb the information that's in front of you and then come up with a solution, but don't do it straight away. Just think on it over 2 or 3 days. Nobody's going to come after you. It's
you're putting excess pressure on yourself in a way, right?
Big time, yeah. And that's what I used to do. But then it occurred to me, like, I've got time to figure this out, and so and that's how I get through.
That's amazing.
stress.